Jai Radha Madhava Girivaradhari Hare Hare Jaya Jaya Prabhupada 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Jaya Prabhupada 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya O my Lord, all-pervading personality of Godhead, I offer my respectful obeisances unto you. Narayanam namaskritya naram chaiva narottamam devim saraswatim vyasam tato jayam udiraye. Before reciting this Srimad Bhagavatam, which is the very means of conquest, one should offer respectful obeisances unto the personality of Godhead, Narayana, unto Narnarayan Rishi, the supermost human being, unto Mother Saraswati, the goddess of learning, and unto Srila Vyasadeva, the author. Nashta prayeshu bhadreshu nityam bhagavata sevaya bhagavati uttama shloke bhaktir vaivadi naishtiki. By regular attendance in classes on the Bhagavatam and by rendering of service to the pure devotee, all that is troublesome to the heart is almost completely destroyed, and loving service unto the personality of Godhead, who is praised with transcendental songs, established as an irrevocable fact. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurum Militam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. I was born in the darkness of ignorance, and my spiritual master opened my eyes with the torchlight of knowledge. I offer my respectful obeisances unto him. Hare Krishna devotees. So today we are reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 8, Chapter 3, from verse 17 to 29. We will be reciting these verses and then we will be taking verse number 17. So Devanshi. No, Canto 8, Chapter 3. Yeah.
Since an animal such as me has surrendered unto you, who are supremely liberated, certainly you will release me from this dangerous position. Indeed, being extremely merciful, you incessantly try to deliver me. By your partial feature as Paramatma, you are situated in the hearts of all embodied beings. You are celebrated as direct transcendental knowledge, and you are unlimited. I offer my respectful obeisances unto you, the Supreme Personality of Godhead.
My Lord, those who are completely free from material contamination always meditate upon you within the core of their heart. You are extremely difficult to attain for those like me who are too attached to mental consumption, home, relatives, friends, money, servants, and assistants. You are the Supreme Personality of Godhead, uncontaminated by the modes of nature. You are the reservoir of all enlightenment, the Supreme Controller. I therefore offer my respectful obeisances unto you.
After worshipping the Supreme Personality of Godhead, those who are interested in the four principles of religion, economic development, sense gratification, and liberation obtain from him what they desire. What then is to be said of other benedictions? Indeed, sometimes the Lord gives a spiritual body to such ambitious worshippers. May that Supreme Personality of Godhead, who is unlimitedly merciful, bestow upon me the benediction of liberation from this present danger and from the materialistic way of life.
Unalloyed devotees who have no desire other than to serve the Lord, worship Him in full surrender, and always hear and chant about His activities, which are most wonderful and auspicious. Thus they always merge in an ocean of transcendental bliss. Such devotees never ask the Lord for any benediction. I, however, am in danger. Thus I pray to that Supreme Personality of Godhead, who is eternally existing, who is invisible, who is the Lord of all great personalities, such as Brahma, and who is available only by transcendental Bhakti Yoga. Being extremely subtle, he is beyond the reach of my senses and transcendental to all external realization. He is unlimited, he is the original cause, and he is completely full in everything. I offer my obeisances unto him.
Supreme Personality of Godhead creates these minor parts and partials, the Jagatatmas, beginning with the Lord Brahma, the demigods, and the expansion of the Vedic knowledge, Sama, Rig, Yadur, and Atharva, and all including all other living entities, moving and non-moving, with their different names and characteristics, as the sparks of a fire or the shining rays of the sun emanate from their source and merged into it again and again. The mind, the intelligence, the senses, the gross and the subtle material bodies, and the continuous transformation of different modes of nature, all emanates from the Lord and again merged into Him. He is neither demigod nor demon, neither human nor bird or beast. He is not a woman, man, or neuter, or is he an animal. He is not a material quality, a fruitive activity, a manifestation or non-manifestation. He is the last word in discrimination of not this, and He is unlimited. All glories to the Supreme Personality of God.
I do not wish to live anymore after I am released from the attack of the crocodile. What is the use of an elephant body covered externally and internally by ignorance? I simply desire eternal liberation from the covering of ignorance. That covering is not destroyed by the influence of time.
Now, fully desiring release from material life, I offer my respectful obeisances unto that Supreme Person who is the Creator of the universe, who is Himself the form of the universe, and who is nonetheless transcendental to this cosmic manifestation. He is the Supreme Knower of everything in this world, the Supersoul of the universe. He is the unborn, supremely situated Lord. I offer my respectful obeisances unto Him.
I offer my respectful obeisances unto the Supreme, the Super Soul, the Master of all mystic yoga, who is seen in the core of the heart by perfect mystics when they are completely purified and freed from the reactions of fruitive activity by practicing Bhakti Yoga.
Text 20. My Lord, you are the controller of formidable, strengthening three kinds of energy. You appear as the reservoir of all sense pleasure and the protector of the surrendered souls. You possess unlimited energy, but you are unapproachable by those who are unable to control their senses. I offer my respectful obeisances unto you again and again.
I offer my respectful obeisances unto the Supreme Personality of Godhead, by whose illusionary energy the Jiva, who is part and parcel of God, forgets his real identity because of the bodily concept of life. I took shelter of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, whose glories are difficult to understand.
Yeah. And we'll be reading text 17. Oh, you can go to the Sanskrit shloka. Yeah. Madrak prapanna pasupasa vimokshanaaya Muktaya bhuri karunaya namo lalaya Swamsena sarvatanubhrin manasi pratita Pratyak drishe bhagavate brihate namaste Madrak prapanna pasupasa vimokshanaaya Muktaya bhuri karunaya namo lalaya Swamsena sarvatanubhrin manasi pratita Pratyak drishe bhagavate brihate namaste Madrik prapanna pasupasa vimokshanaaya Muktaya bhuri karunaya namo lalaya Swamsena sarvatanubhrim manasi pratita Pratyak drishe bhagavate brihate namaste
Madrak prapanna pasupashaya vimokshanaya
Madrak prapanna pasupasa vimokshanaya Muktaya bhuri karunaya namo lalaya
Swamsena sarvatanubhrin manasi pratita
Swamsena sarvatanubhrim manasi pratita
Pratyak drishe bhagavate brahate namaste.
Pratyak drishe bhagavate brihate namaste
Madrak prapanna pasupasha vimokshanaaya
Madrak prapanna pasupasa vimokshanaya
Muktaya Bhuri Karunaya Namo Lalaya.
Muktaya bhuri karunaya namo lalaya
Swamshen sarvatanubhrin manasi pratita
Samsena sarvatanubhrim manasi pratita
Pratyakrishi Bhagavate Brahate Namaste.
Pratyak drishe bhagavate brihate namaste
Madrik prapanna pasupas vimokshanaaya
Madrik prapanna pasupasha vimokshanaya
Muktaya bhuri karunaya namo lalaya
Bhuktaya puri karunaya namo lalaya
Swamsena sarvatanubhrin manasi pratita
Swamsena sarvatanubhrim manasi pratita
Pratyak drishe bhagavate brihate namaste
Pratyak drishe brihate brihate namaste
Madrik prapanna pasupasha vimokshanaaya
Madrik prapanna pasupasa vimokshanaya
Muktaya buddha karunaya namo lalaya
Muktaya bhuri karunaya namo lalaya
Swamshen sarvatanubhrin manasi pratita
Swamsena sarvatanubhrim manasi pratita
Pratyak drishe bhagavate brihate namaste
Pratyak drishe bhagavate brihate namaste
Madrak prapanna pasupasha vimokshanaya
Madrik prapanna pasupasa vimokshanaya
Muktaya bhuri karunaya namo lalaya
Bhuktaya bhuri karunaya namo lalaya Swamsena sarvatanubhrim manasi pratita प्रत्यग दृशे भगवते बृहते नमस्ते। Word to word meaning. Madrik, like me. Prapanna, surrendered. Pashu, an animal. Pasa, from entanglement. Vimokshanaya, unto he who releases. Muktaya, unto the Supreme, who is untouched by the contamination of material nature. Bhuri Karunaya, who are unlimitedly merciful. Namaha, I offer my respectful obeisances. Alalaya, who are never inattentive or idle. For the purpose of my deliverance. Swamsena, by a partial feature as Paramatma. Sarva, of all. Tanubhrit, the living entities embodied in material nature. Manasi, in the mind. Pratita, who are acknowledged. Pratyak Drishe, as the direct observer of all activities. Bhagavate, unto the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Prihate, who are unlimited. Namaha, I offer my respectful obeisances. Te, unto you. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki. Translation altogether. Since an animal such as I has surrendered unto you, who are supremely liberated, certainly you will release me from this dangerous position. Indeed, being extremely merciful, you incessantly try to deliver me. By your partial feature as Paramatma, you are situated in the hearts of all embodied beings. You are celebrated as direct transcendental knowledge, and you are unlimited. I offer my respectful obeisances unto you, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Who would like to read the purport? Yeah, Monin Prabhu.
The words Brihate Namaste have been explained by Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur. Brihate Sri Krishnaya. The Supreme Personality of Godhead is Krishna. There are many tattvas such as Vishnu Tattva, Jiva Tattva, Shakti Tattva, but above everything is Vishnu Tattva, which is all-pervading. This all-pervading feature of the Supreme Personality of Godhead is explained in Bhagavad Gita 10.42, wherein the Lord says,
Tava bhaunena kim jnanena tvararjuna vistabhyam idam krishnam ekam sena stito jagat.
But what need is there, Arjuna, for all this detailed knowledge? With a single fragment of myself, I pervade and support this entire universe. Thus, Krishna says that the entire material world is maintained by his partial representation as Paramatma. The Lord enters every universe as Garbhodakshay Vishnu and then expands himself as Shirdakshay Vishnu to enter the hearts of all living entities and even enter the atoms. Andantarasthar Paramanu Chayantarastham. Every universe is full of atoms, and the Lord is not only within the universe but also within the atoms. Thus within every atom, the Supreme Lord exists in his Vishnu feature as Paramatma. But all the Vishnu Tattvas emanate from Krishna, as confirmed in Bhagavad Gita 10.2. Aham Adevhi Devanam. Krishna is Adi, or beginning of the Devas or the material world, Brahma, Vishnu and Maheshwara. Therefore, he is described here as Bhagavate Prihate. Everyone is Bhagavan. Everyone possesses opulence, but Krishna is Brihan Bhagavan, the possessor of unlimited opulence. Ishvara Parama Krishna. Krishna is the origin of everyone. Aham Sarvasya Prabhava. Even Brahma, Vishnu, Maheshwara comes from Krishna. Matta Paradara Nanyat Kinchidasti Dhananjaya. There is no personality superior to Krishna. Therefore, Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur says that Bhagavate Brihate means unto Sri Krishna.
Antarikshmanu?
Where to start from?
In this material world.
In this material world, everyone is Pashu, an animal, because of the bodily conception of life.
Atma buddhi gunape tridhatuke swadhi kala drishu bhaumai jadhi yatirtha buddhi salilena karhichi jnane vabineshu saeva kokara.
A human being who identifies the body made of three elements as the self, who considers the byproducts of the body to be his kinsmen, who considers the land of his birth to be worshipable, and who goes to a place of pilgrimage simply to bathe rather than to meet men of transcendental knowledge, this to be considered like a cow or an ass. As per Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam 10.84-13, practically everyone therefore is a Pashu, an animal, and everyone is attacked by the crocodile of material existence. Not only the king of the elephants, but everyone of us is being attacked by the crocodile and is suffering the consequences. Only Krishna can deliver us from this material existence. Indeed, he is always trying to deliver us. Ishvara Sarvabhutanam Hididesh Rajun Tisthati. He is within our hearts and is not at all inattentive. His only aim is to deliver us from material life. It is not that he becomes attentive to us only when we offer prayers to him. Even before we offer our prayers, he incessantly tries to deliver us. He is never lazy in regard to our deliverance. Therefore, this verse says, Bhuri Karunai Namo Layai. It is the causeless mercy of the Supreme Lord that He always tries to bring us back home, back to Godhead, who is liberated, and He tries to make us liberated. But although He is constantly trying, we refuse to accept His instructions. Sarva dharman parityajya mam ekam sharanam raja. Nonetheless, He has not become angry. Therefore, He is described here as Bhuri Karunai, unlimited merciful in delivering us from this miserable condition of life and taking us back home, back to Godhead.
Jai. So we see in this pastime of Gajendra, where he was vacationing with his family members, and this mountain was in the midst of the Milk Ocean, and it was of the height of around 10,000 yojana, which is around 80,000 miles. And the name of the mountain was Trikuta. And in that mountain there was a beautiful garden named Ritumat, which was constructed by Varuna. And in that garden there was a very beautiful lake where apparently the elephant, whose name is Gajendra, was vacationing with his family members. So here we see he was trying to enjoy. He was doing sense gratification, sense enjoyment, and he was letting his family members also do. But unfortunately, he was caught by the crocodile over here, right? So we see very much similarities between Gajendra and us, where Gajendra was in the clutches of crocodile, and we in the material world are in the clutches of Maya, right? And in this verse, he mentions about the Lord, that how he is an animal, and he surrender unto him, and only someone who is free can get you out from the clutches, right? If your hands are tied and the person with you is also hands are tied, so how he can free you, right? So someone has to be free to get you out of it. Similarly, Krishna is also free, and that is why he is ever liberated, right? When Krishna is ever liberated, then only he can liberate us. So this is very important point to understand, that We should know that Krishna has the ability and the intention to liberate us. But the main thing which is important over here is awareness. Awareness that we are in this difficult situation. This material world is not very easy. Even though you might think that, everything is going very good and everything is very nice, but we are in a very dangerous situation over here. And we have to understand this in happiness or in sadness, right? Yeah.
Why don't Krishna has a deal with Maya Devi? Because of Maya, we are kind of, prisoned here.
Yeah.
So if he really wants us to go back to Godhead, then he should let his her Maya know that don't kind of, control us.
Yeah, but Maya Devi, as we know, is an energy of Krishna, right? And Maya Devi has a special purpose. It checks our determination, that how determined we are to go back home, back to Godhead. So it is something that we have to show our determination to the Lord. The Lord is very eager to deliver us. But the main thing which is very important over here is the eagerness. If a person who is very much comfortable in this material world, why would the Lord want to take him, right? So by the illusory energy of Maya, the Lord is testing us that how much are we want to go back home, go back to Godhead, or are we comfortable in this material world, right? You can see that the material world might feel very enjoyable and very comfortable for you, but actually in fact it is a jail, right? So we are in this jail of this material world, and it is and the Lord says in the Bhagavad Gita that this material world is dukhalyam ashashvatam, right? It's full of miseries and temporary. So it is inbuilt. So you think that if you can enjoy in this material world, then good luck, right? And God has inbuilt this misery in this material world so that we go back home. So if we are getting any material miseries, we should think that as a mercy of Krishna, and not think that, oh, why I'm getting this material misery. And that misery is there so that you remember the Lord, right? As we can see in the prayers of Queen Kunti, that Queen Kunti is asking for more and more miseries so that she can remember the Lord, right? Similarly, we have to make sure that even in misery we have to remember the Lord as well as in happiness. Because if in happiness we forget the Lord, then we will be over here only, right? But Krishna, he is like above all the material modes of nature, right? So similarly, this is a prison and we are the prisoners. So similarly, as a police officer, when he comes to a prison, he is not a prisoner. As a book distributor, when he comes to the prison to distribute books, he is not a prisoner. Similarly, when the Lord comes to this material world, he is not governed by the modes of material nature like we are governed, right? So that is something which we have to understand. And once in a morning walk, when Prabhupada was walking and Shudkirti Prabhu was describing this pastime in they were walking in a garden in Colorado, in Denver, in the United States, and it was a very beautiful garden. And Prabhupada was mentioning that, oh, you see, this material world is very beautiful, but in a snap of a finger, this whole garden and everything can be in fire. And we can similarly see now what is happening in Las Vegas, right? All the celebrities, their homes are in fire. Los Angeles, yeah, sorry, it's not Las Vegas, it's Los Angeles. So we see that nobody can come above the modes of material nature, and we think that, oh, we have a lot of things in our comfort, but that is not there, right? All the celebrities were in comfort and they did not think about the Lord. But now when they were in such misery, they saw their homes burning down. They were like, oh my Lord, what is happening? And we see that they are just here to enjoy themselves. But we should understand that even the ship of the Titanic, he said that even Lord cannot drown this ship. But then Lord showed his power, right? So similarly, we have to understand that Krishna has the ability and as well as the intention. But we have to show our eagerness, we have to show our willingness. Then only we can go back home, back to Godhead. because Krishna is more eager than us to take us back home, right? But and similarly, we can see that analogy where when a small child, when her mother is having one plate at her one hand and she's running after the child, and the child is just running here and there and she's trying to feed the child, right? And the child might not know that he is so engrossed in playing that he doesn't understand that he is feeling hungry. Similarly, Krishna is, he's trying to feed us, he's trying to get us back home. But we are just, engrossed in this material world, not wanting to go back, right? So we might have a material duties, but we should not forget Krishna. That is the main purpose over here, and that is why we have to understand that we are like animals, right? Like we have to difference. If we are not doing devotional service, we are the same as animals. If we don't do devotional service, then we will be doing the same things like other people, like the animals, like eating, sleeping, mating, and defending. So we have to ensure that we are more than animals. We have intelligence, right? In the Bhagavad Gita, it is said that getting a human body is very rare. So we have to make sure that we make the most out of it. And we see in the pastime of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu as well, he had delivered two dogs. So once the annual Rath Yatra used to happen, and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu with all the devotees, he used to go from Navdeep Mayapur to Puri, and Shivananda Sen, who was the associate of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, was given the responsibility to make sure that the devotees are being taken care of, and during their travel, making sure that the tolls have been paid and good arrangements have been made for the stay. They have been given nice prasadam, right? And so once what happened that once they were going, and then a dog joined the party, and Shivananda Sen was very much affectionate to the dog, and he was thinking that, oh, a dog has joined a party and I have to make sure that he also gets the good facilities and everything, and the Lord has sent him, so it is my duty to ensure that he has good association of devotees and everything. And so once what happened that he was and when they were traveling, then sometimes what used to happen that he used to have to pay bribes as well to the people to cross the tolls, right? So one time he told the devotees to to cross, and then he will take care of the officials, and to make sure also that they take care of the dog, right? So they went ahead, and then Shivananda Sen was coming from behind, and then he caught up with the congregation, and then he saw that the dog was not there, and then he asked the devotees that where is the dog, and then the devotee said, oh, we completely forgot about him, we were so immersed, and I'm sorry, we are sorry. And and then hearing this, he was very disheartened that, oh, Krishna had sent someone to us, and then sent someone, and then he's no more with us, and I was not able to take care of him. But the next day he saw that the dog was playing with Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was throwing the coconut shell to him, and the dog was getting it back. And that way he was very happy to see the dog. Oh, the dog is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and playing with him. And the next day what happened that the dog died. And Vrindavan Das Thakur mentions that the dog was liberated, and because of the association of devotees and getting the darshan of the Supreme Lord, he was liberated, right? And in a different incident, when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was very small, he was playing in the banks of the river with his friends, and that time he wasn't known as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he was known as Nimai. So little Nimai was playing with the puppies and the banks of the river, and they found puppies, and his friends were playing with them, but there was one puppy who was very cute, and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, oh, he's one of the cutest, and I would like to take him home. And then his friends were arguing that no, we want to take him, no, we want to take him. But Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was very much adamant that no, I want to take him home. And then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu took that puppy home, and then at home also he was playing with that puppy. And then one of his friends had also joined along to play with that puppy, and but that friend was very jealous, and he was thinking that, oh, I wanted this uh, cute puppy to play with, but he got it. Nonetheless, he said that, okay, I'll take your leave. And when he was going, he saw Mother Sachimata on his way, and he thought that, oh, now it is a good chance to complain, about Nimai, about this puppy that he has got home. And he was telling his mother that, do you know, Nimai has got a puppy at his house, and it is not very good to be a Brahmin and getting animals in the house. And so that way, his mother was very much thinking that, oh, why he has got a puppy. And when she went home, she said that, oh, you have got a puppy, oh, that's very nice, that's very good. And she said that, okay, now you should, maybe leave him, and he might want to go in his, want to play around in. But Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, no, I want to keep him in his house. So, and she was trying to convince him that, oh, no, it's not very Brahminical to keep a dog in the house and to keep a puppy. But then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was very adamant that, no, I want to keep. So then mother said, okay, fine, you can go to take a bath, and then I will take care of the puppy. And then he said, okay, fine. So when he went inside, the Mother Satimata just pushed the dog outside of the home. And when Nimai came outside after having a bath, he asked that, where is the puppy? So his mother told that, oh, he left the house, I don't know, he was here only, I'm not sure where he was. So hearing this, he was very disheartened, and he thought that, oh, where did he go? And then he went outside, and he was seeing that there was a kirtan going on. And then he saw the puppy was dancing the kirtan, Hare Krishna, with his two hind legs. And seeing that puppy and dancing in the kirtan, he was very, Nimai got very ecstatic that, oh, wow, this is so nice. He is dancing in the kirtan, and suddenly when he was dancing, the dog fell, and then he died. And everyone saw that the celestial plane had come, and the spirit came out of the dog, and the plane took the spirit. So in that way, we see that the puppy was also liberated from the material body and to the spiritual world. So this is how it is that we have the Lord is very eager to deliver us, and His eagerness cannot be measured. Like He is ever merciful. In the verse it is mentioned, Bhuri Karunaya, more and more merciful, the most merciful. Merciful, this His mercy cannot be measured. So we have to understand that that how, as Gajendra is making prayers, we should also make prayers to the Lord, right? It's very important that we make prayers. And once when Bhakti Tirtha Maharaj was in one of the GBC meetings, he told all the GBC members to make this prayer that, oh my Lord, please take away everything which is preventing me to take full shelter of you, and please, oh my Lord, bring me everything which will give me the which will help me to take full surrender of you, right? So you can see this prayer is very strong, and like I don't have the courage to take this prayer, like it's very, very strong prayer. That is why we have to always understand that, okay, we might not be at that position to take such strong prayers, but we have to understand that we have to talk to the Lord and have conversations with the Lord. And He is also very much interested in speaking to you, right? So whenever you are in front of Gopinath, try to speak to him and try to see, tell him like, what is hampering your, growth in bhakti, and what help would you want from him. And that way you can see, you will see his help coming in. And we can see in various past times that how the Lord has helped also as well. We can see in the past time of Sakshi Gopal how the Lord had come to be himself as a witness. And then we see of Manvendra Puri as well, where he wanted to taste the kheer so that he could offer it to his deity. And Gopinath himself, hid the kheer for him, and then he got the kheer. So we can see that, you know, Lord is very much reciprocating. So don't feel that, you know, we tell the Lord anything and he won't reciprocate. He will reciprocate. And even in the early times, during the Krishna consciousness movement, we could see that, you know, the devotees making prayers to the Lord that, oh Lord, please take this misery from me, please take this away, please take that away. And when the Lord used to take that away, the devotees will be like, oh Lord, don't take it so fast. Like, you know, take some time. Like, you know, we want some time with it. So this shows that how we are attached materially to things, that even after having awareness of that, you know, we are part and parcel of Krishna, and you know, this material world is temporary. We are just attached to things and people in this material world. But we have to understand that we are, each and every one is a separate individual entity over here, and it is very important that we make prayers, like, you know, it's very important that we understand. And in this purport also we see that in the first paragraph, Prabhupada is mentioning about, he is giving various pramans, evidences, that how the Lord is very supreme, and he is talking about shloka in Bhagavad Gita where he is telling Arjuna that, you know, what is the need of this detailed knowledge? You just take shelter unto me, right? So we have to understand that we have to take shelter unto the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and the Lord is here to help us. He is within us as Paramatma, right? He is there, He is witnessing everything what is happening, and He is trying to guide us. And you can see that He is guiding us. Sometimes when you are trying to do something wrong, you will see an inner voice coming from within that, you know, oh, don't do this, don't do that. And sometimes that, you know, you don't, sometimes you are in a different state of mind, you will see a voice coming from within that, oh, you should, you know, be humble. And sometimes if you forget to pay obeisances, you will get a voice that, oh, you should pay obeisances. So that way you can see that the voice we are getting is from Paramatma, which is within us, right? He, in the purport is mentioned that he expands himself at Shirodakshai Vishnu and enter the heart of the living beings, right? So we have to understand that he is within us and he is trying to help us, and he is great, right? You know, Krishna is free and he is searching for entities that who are looking for his help, and he never delays. It's mentioned that Alalaya, he is never lazy, he never delays, you know, he is always very much there, that you know, oh, someone is looking for me, that I should go and help my devotee, right? So we should not be disheartened that sometimes if we are not able to you know, think that, oh, I'm not that much superior, and I might not be able to go back home, back to Godhead. We should just follow the process which is given by our acharyas, right? There is the process is given for a purpose, right? The purpose is to purify ourselves, right? Because we cannot see God in our present senses because we are not purified. Similarly, like in this, if I have to give an analogy, we cannot even see the Prime Minister of, you know, Canada, what to talk about the Lord, right? So we have to be qualified to be there to see the Lord and to understand the Lord, because now somewhere or the other we haven't seen him, so that is why we don't have that faith. But through the scriptures and through the past times and through all of which is going on, we can understand the Lord more and more and try to develop more and more faith. That is how only we will be able to surrender more and more. And like we have a lot of material things to do, right? And our spiritual thing is our spiritual practice is just a part of it. And the more and more we try to gain faith in the Lord and have more association of the devotees, the more and more we will be doing more spiritual activities in our life and less of the material activities. So that should be our purpose and our goal, that to understand that. And similarly, the Lord will also help the devotees to cross over the ropes of attachment of this world, right? It's not very easy, and we might not see the crocodile which is biting each and everyone in on our legs. The crocodile, the external crocodile can be the relationship with our family, the relationship with our friends, immigration issues, issues with finding job, legal issues. It can be anything. These are the external crocodiles which you're not able to see, which are on our legs. And similarly, we have our internal crocodiles as well, like lust, greed, anger, jealousy. These are our internal crocodiles. So don't think that you are free from everything and everything is going good and you are not in danger. Padam padam vap yat vipadam. At every step there is danger, right? And in that way, Srila Bhakti Vinod Thakur says that I would like to be, I would rather be an ant in a house of a devotee and to have his remnants, right? So we have to be very eager and enthusiastic, and he is just searching for us. He is just searching for us to bring our help, and so that is what differentiates us from the people, what we are, and the people outside, right? They don't have awareness, they don't have knowledge, and that is why they are just living their life just like they think that I can just enjoy the life and just go by it. But we are very much we should say we are very much lucky to get this knowledge and have the mercy of the Lord, because and we can see that we have the mercy of the Lord because we are in this room, and the Lord is helping us to get us back home, to back to Godhead, by attending the morning program, by chanting, by attending the Bhagavatam class. This is the way by which we can go back home, and He is trying to help us. And that is why we should always think that we should never think that, oh, Lord is not taking care of us and taking care of me, and He is not merciful unto me. That's not the way. That's not the way how it should be. We should think that Lord has put His mercy on us. That is why I'm in this path of devotional service and I can get out of this material world, right? So it's very important to understand. Any questions? Yes, Prabhu.
I would like to add on something that Antish Prabhu said in the beginning of the class. Prabhu asked the question that why don't Krishna take Maya away so that we can easily come back? So in a class that I was hearing, that speaker given analogy like if there are two pills, there's a red pill, there's a blue pill. So red pill means you will go back to Godhead right now, right at this moment if you take this pill. And the blue pill is you complete all your duties, you do everything in this material world, you live happily and then you go back. Which pill would you take? So the one thing is that yes, Maya is there for us to test our determination, but also to make sure that do we really want to go back to Godhead? So yeah, that is there.
Yeah.
When you get something without struggle, you don't value it.
That is,
absolutely.
that is also true. Yeah, so we should be very determined that yes, I want to go back to Godhead. That will only take us back to Godhead.
Right.
Like in school, like if we have to go from grade 5 to grade 6, so there's a condition that you have to clear the final exam and then you go from grade 5 to grade 6. So this, you said like Maya tests our determination, like how willing are we to go back to Godhead. So that's like a test, right?
Right.
And then Maya is governed by Krishna. And it is said that Krishna's love is unconditional, and it's mentioned in the purport here that He is more than willing to take us back to Godhead. So isn't that a condition? Like how is it unconditional? Like we need to love Krishna, we need to be determined for Krishna to go back.
Yeah.
Your conditions applied. You have to consider.
Yeah, would you like to say? Yeah.
So it is unconditional because Krishna is giving you whatever you are desiring. It is because we desire to stay in this material world, we are here. If we desire to go back to Krishna, then we are with Krishna. So Krishna is not putting any condition. It's us that we want to stay here. One more analogy, like there was a sage and a king. So a king was attached in his material life, and the sage came and sage wanted to give him some spiritual knowledge. So sage took him out for a walk, And then, before he tried, the sage tried to give him some spiritual knowledge, but the king was like, I don't have time. I have to take care of my family. I have to take care of my kingdom and everything. And I don't really have time. So the sage took him for a walk, and then what happened? The sage he saw a tree, so he went and hugged the tree, and then he started calling out that, "Oh king, save me! This tree is holding me, save me!" And then the king went to him and he's like, "Why are you doing this? Like you are holding the tree. The tree is not holding you." And the sage is like, "No, this tree is holding me. Just save me." And then the king realized that, oh, what this sage is trying to teach me, that we are holding on to this material life. The Maya is not holding us, but we are holding on to it. We want to stay here.
Yeah.
That's why we are here. So yeah, that is one thing. So we externally we would project something else, but internally I personally can say that I have material desires, and yeah, because of that I'm here.
We are conditioned to take this body, and we cannot put ourselves away from this body and then let the body do its job and we do our job. It has a lot of senses and everything has its requirement.
Absolutely.
But
Yeah.
like they say, a rich man gets a gadget, they don't value it. If you are very rich and you are getting some expensive possessions, you would not value them. When a poor person gets the same possession, he values it. He efficiently utilizes the possession. Maybe somewhere when we get things after struggling for it too much, we know it's worth it.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. As Munil Prabhupada mentioned that, the more we strive for it and then we get it, then we value it. So, like, we think that if we get the red pill and the blue pill, we might take the red pill. But if we take the red pill and we go there, and then we will think that, oh, it's just this, like, I had thought a lot about it and the material world was better. That thinking might also arrive, right? And then we will, oh, then why did I, it's not really. But then if we strive for it, we work hard for it, and then we achieve it, then we feel that, oh, the sense of accomplishment comes, that yes, I have achieved it. So that is why we should always strive, and always it will go up and down, but we have to make sure that our roller coaster just keeps going up and up. So yeah.
Do the dualities exist after taking the red pill? You go back to God, and still you are into confusion. Then it means you are not.
We like the first thing that we were there, right, and then we came here. So yeah, you will want to say something?
I can say something like that. Prabhupada, when he was distributing this book called Easy Journey to the Land. That was one of his first book. So he was distributing that book, and he gave it to a man in India. And then that man asked that, by reading this book, can I go to other planets? Can I go to spiritual world? And then Prabhupada is like, yes, you can go. And then the next question the man asked was, can I come back?
Yeah.
Can I come back?
Yeah.
And Prabhupada was like, no, you cannot come back. So the man is like, then I don't want to go.
Yeah. So the only reason we are here that because we wanted to enjoy, and that's why we are here. And now we know that after coming to this material world that this enjoyment is just illusion. And the Lord is only the supreme enjoyer. Bhoktaram Jagatapsam Sarvaloka Maheshwaram. Right? So we are not an enjoyer. He is only the Krishna is supreme enjoyer. Yeah. Jai. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna. Grantha Srimad Bhagavatam ki. Vancha kalpatirubhascha kripa sindhubhaiva cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Anantakoti Vaishnavrinda ki.